AP World History students, it's Friday, September 5th in the afternoon, right after school. Y'all just took a multiple choice exam today. And today is always an interesting day for AP World History students. It's been like this my entire career doing this. Everyone kind of walks out a little shell-shocked and kind of like, ugh. And, I gave you some heads up on what these exams are kind of like, but until you actually do it, it's always kind of an adjustment. And so I wanted to kind of give you some advice and some thoughts over the weekend, or to think about over the weekend, and help guide you a little bit as we move forward in this course. It's still really early. We're 4 weeks in, and so you have a lot more things to do and learn in here, and that's that. Now, so here's a couple things. First off, multiple choice exams. The questions that we use on our exams here are all from the College Board. Okay, which means they are released questions from either previous exams, or they are from other they're questions just made for the College Board for people to use, like teachers to use, that were written by the same people who write the exams. And the reason I only use those questions is because I am trying to prepare you for the AP exam at the end of the year. Okay. And that's the goal. And I feel like if I don't prepare you for that, I'm doing you a disservice big time. Okay. And the fact is, you can do it. So why wouldn't I give you this difficult questions right off the bat? You need to get used to doing things for time. Okay. On the AP exam at the end of the year, you'll have 55 multiple choice questions and you'll have 55 minutes to do it. So every time you have multiple choice tests in here, you'll have whatever number of questions it is, that many minutes to do it as well, because we're mimicking that same setup that you'll have on the AP exam at the end of the year. Okay, so there's that. Now let's talk about scoring. On the AP exam in May, if you average, this is just average, a 50% on the multiple choice, you are basically on track to get a 3 on the exam. That's passing and that's college credit. That's if you get a 50% on the exams, the multiple choice exam for the AP World History exam. Okay, so just kind of think about that for a second. 50%, that's half of the questions correct. We here at Dawson and in my classroom strive for much higher than that. If you are averaging around like 75 or an 80, you are well on your way to getting a 5 on the exam, in my opinion. That's not a lock, and there's other parts of the exam that you'll have to do. But if you have anywhere in the 70s and above, you're well on your way to getting a 5. Okay, and especially here at the beginning, because your skills are going to improve over time. If you're somewhere in the middle there, there's lots of room for improvement, and you can like be thinking about how you're gonna get better at that throughout the year. Okay. Now, I want to put you, I'll just put things in perspective for you here. I got this piece of paper. So what I did is I went back and looked at my first test, so this technology test from last year, and what my students got on it. All right. And I actually went down individually and I looked at all the kids who made a 5 on the AP exam at the end of the year. What did they get on this multiple choice test at the beginning of the year? So their first one, the same thing that you guys did. And I'm literally just going to write them out. I just want you to kind of think about this. This is what they got on the first multiple choice. This is all just individual kids. So of course it's random. So we have some high scores, some low-ish scores, and some in the middle. I'm going to keep writing. Okay, so those are what they got on this first major grade multiple choice exam. And all these kids, okay, these are all your peers, they all went and got a 5 at the end of the year after scoring these. Okay. Um, think about that. Okay. If you're not going to come in here and just rock hundreds on every single exam in this class. That's not how it works. That's not realistic. Okay. Now, I give you other major grades in here, like the content exams, and there's some other writing assignments where it is possible for you to get 100. Because I understand your GPA matters to you, your grades matter. I get it. Um, but like you have to kind of put things in perspective. All right. Everyone on here got a 5 at the end of the year. They all started at a certain level and they reached the highest level that you can reach by the end of the year. Okay. Um, of course, there's lots of people in between here as well. We got threes and fours. The other thing is, I've been doing this for a while. I'm gonna let you guys do the math. These are all my fives from last year. I only taught 2 class periods last year. And this is how many kids got fives, which is a lot. And so trust me a little bit on this and think about where you're at right now and what you could be doing and just buying into this whole thing that we're doing here in my classroom and you will get to where you want to be by the end. Okay, now here's another thing to think about. In preparation for this exam, did you utilize all the resources that were available to you? Okay, I'll tell you the answer to that is almost definitely no for a lot of you. When I looked at, I can see what you've done on like AP Classroom. So if I look at the technology review, which you've had assigned to you for 2 or 3 days now, 42% of the students uh, completed that assignment. Okay, or completed that thing. I have lots of people asking me, is this for a grade? Is this for a grade? Whatever, like for all kinds of things. Guys, the test you just took was for a grade. I'm giving you resources, like you gotta kind of like think a little bit more about what you're doing and are you using the resources that are available to you. I sent you a message a couple times about the videos I've been recording. I made a big deal about it in class to everybody. I recorded videos and I told you if I take the time to record videos, there's a reason for that. And that reason is it's probably going to be on the test. And I think that there's a need for you to understand it. So my question to you is, did you watch the videos? And I will say, literally my very last student today, last person out of the classroom, stood up and said, Mr. Shelley, those videos are pretty helpful. I was like, dude, thank you. Thank you for watching the videos. Because I made them for a reason. And I hit certain points for a reason. And so this is once again the very start of our school year. Like I will continue to give you help throughout the year. You have to take it, okay? You have to utilize that those resources and do things, and you'll get there. But utilize the resources that are available to you. Look at these numbers. Think about these numbers. These are just the fives, just the fives. Okay. Um, Obviously, I had loads of other scores in there too. So just be thinking about that and and think about what you can do as you move forward in this class. It's going to be awesome. We're just getting started. I mean, I'm pumped. The year has gone great so far, in my opinion. And so um, that's that. I'm going to work on grades right now, try to get them in for you. And you guys have a good weekend. I'll see you on Monday.